Hi there guys, my name's Kirby Viper 93, you can call me KV if you like. Welcome back to Let's Play Cave Story. There really is not a whole lot to be said, I'm just gonna dive right in. Welcome to Hell. There's even a sign that says so. This is the Bloodstained Sanctuary. This is the final test for all players in this game. We already saw this part of the story. Oh, Jesus, I've never done that before. Like, seriously. That is pretty indicative of how the rest of this video will go, I'm sure. Anyway, this is, as I just said, sort of the final test for, Jesus Christ, for anyone who takes the hard path. This is the reason that this is the hard path. The learning curve in this game is just absolutely fucked sometimes. Okay, there we go. We made it that time. I've never been this nervous about this. Not even like the first time I played this game. All of your weapons are leveled down, as you saw by the Black Wind. The best one to keep out is naturally the Spur, as there are less options to level your weapons. Balos led and protected the people with his magical power. They loved and trusted him, even more than their own king. As you can see, Curly somehow made it down here, so you use the tow rope on her, and you'll see just exactly why that is so important later. The tow rope is really the item that you get, besides like the Booster 2.0 probably, that sees the most use. Like the item, the hard path item. Jealous of Balos, the resentful king caught and imprisoned him. His punishment was severe and cruel. Humans truly are terrible creatures. As you can see, we're sort of getting a bit of a backstory about Balos, Jenka's brother, who was not mentioned anywhere else ever for apparent reasons. Balos was driven into a state of pure, uncontrollable rage by the punishment. Weakened by the torture, he was helpless to contain the fury. The king and kingdom were swallowed by Balos' wild magical force. The life that he loved so dearly was turned into ruins in a single night, shrouded only by fiery hot ashes. His really is a sad story, as you'll see here. Clearly, he was already tortured to death, so... Well, not to death, to insanity. Tortured to death would have been probably preferable. As you can see, though, Curly has regained consciousness, and she's equipped with the Nemesis. This will happen whether or not you pick it up, so, you know, it's not like my decision to forgo the Nemesis in favor of the Blade will affect whether Curly has it. She just sort of has it. And it's really cool, because since she's tied to your back, she'll just sort of fire with the Nemesis backwards. It's really handy. It helps you to deal a lot of damage, and Jesus Christ. This is really hard, and I haven't practiced this area in far too long, probably since I beat it the last time. I've seen people do speedruns of this. I did mention how, like, the snake was used for speedruns of this level back when I showed off the snake. But we haven't gotten to that area of it yet, and really, as far as damage goes, the Spur is better to have, so I don't know. And against the final boss, though, Super Missiles and the Blade are what are, I guess, the most used. Definitely Super Missiles are better to have, because they just do monstrous damage. Especially once you get, like, right up on him. In case you haven't guessed, the final boss here is Balos. You know, I would think, given the story that's going on, that would be a bit obvious, but, well, you never know. There is actually one boss before we get to Balos. It's, you know, it's just sort of a guardian. It's not anything really plot related. But, there are a lot of hearts around here, but they make them kind of hard to get for, well, you know, why wouldn't they? The thing is, the thing with Curly's aim, that is, that if you're on the ground and you aim up, you'll both aim up, but if you're in the air and you aim up or down, then she'll aim the opposite way. So, you know, it takes a bit of getting used to, but once you do get used to it, you two are an unstoppable force. I love this music. This is probably one of my favorite songs in the game. It's pretty kick-ass. Alright, so right here is where a lot of people use the snake for speedruns. To get at those sort of wall guardians. I don't know what you want to call them, really. I mean, the Spur is good to, like, shoot through those blocks and get to them, but, with the snake, you can shoot through the wall and just, you know, you can shoot down, like, right there and get that guy exploding before you can get to him. But, you gotta watch out for those guys, because they'll block your spur shot to try and knock him out. And there's just so many angels. How many other games can you say that you were attacked by angels? Driven insane by his punishment, Balos was confined to the floating island in the sky by his sister, Jenka. That was all she could do. For Jenka, killing her own younger brother would be impossible. You know, I don't blame Jenka. I mean, I got 2 younger brothers of my own, and even though I'll say, you know, I want to kill them sometimes, I never really mean it. That's just, you know, siblings. It's just how it goes. Alright, so, as you can see, these angels, though they deal out a lot of damage, are pretty easy to take out. You definitely want to try and just, turn around to take out the big ones, because the Nemesis is just, you know, the handiest thing. Jeez. I am not going to have a whole lot of life for this section. And that makes me sad and upset, because I'm going to have to use this life pot too early. You want to hang on to the life pot, because this is what you need it for. There's too few life pickups that you can afford to have used it already at this point. Especially once you get into the final boss. Like, that's just... Like, once you get into the Balos battle, if you've already used your life pot, you're just... You will not survive. Unless you're very, very good. And even then, it's iffy. Okay, we're about a little less than half health. Stay away from those things when they explode. Seriously, they look sort of harmless, but they're not at all. Okay, see? I love this track. And I sort of... Like, a friend of mine who's the guy who got me into Cave Story, actually, as luck would have it. We were... Sorry. I was kind of focusing. We were talking about the soundtrack, and he mentioned that Running Hell just sort of didn't sit with him. That's the name of the song. Anyway, knock out that block. There's a treasure chest that increases your missiles by 24. Interesting thing to note. If you have not grabbed the missile launcher at all before that point, that will give you the super missile launcher and 100 missiles, which is very handy, but it means that you have to not have the missiles at all throughout the game. Jenka's witch daughter Misery is to blame for the Demon Crown. She forced Balos to create it. Because of this offense, she was cursed by the crown, compelled to obey whoever possesses it. The curse can be lifted if the Demon Crown is destroyed. However, cliffhanger. So there we go, all these angels. Anyway, as I was saying about Running Hell, the track is amazing, and I think that it fits perfectly, but my friend disagrees, and he thinks that, you know, like, the first part of it is good, but once it gets to, like, the happy upbeat section, it doesn't fit. And I disagree with him, because, you know, you've got Curly on your back, you're just running through this, absolutely murdering everybody, and, you know, what could go wrong? Anyway, once you beat the heavy press, that guy, get the hell out of the way, because if he falls on you, it's an instant death, and all of that work was for nothing. So, this passage looks familiar, doesn't it? The Demon Crown will be restored anew an infinite number of times, so long as Balos' heart still beats. That is the supreme magical power of his eternally enraged soul. It is intrinsically imbued into his evil creation, the Demon Crown. So let's just go right up here for a second, go into the statue chamber, because if you take these out, they'll actually drop pickups for you. The doctor's name is Date Fuyuhiko. This is the only time this is said, so, you know, it's a neat Easter egg. I thought I'd show it. So, after you do, destroy those statues, they'll drop experience, sometimes hearts and missiles. I was hoping beyond hope that they would drop hearts, but I did need some experience for the missile launcher anyway. So, this is the last corridor. There's a ghost puppy here who asked, "Please kill my master. Doing so will liberate Misery from an eternal curse. This is the only way that a recurrence of the tragedy can be stopped. My master's name is Balos. He is a man who cannot die. His magic is beyond any control." Thanks, you know, just kill the unkillable. You know, just see if you can take care of that for me. Yeah, alright, thanks, you bitch dog. Welcome. I am Balos. Long, long ago, I allowed my drive for magical power to grow recklessly without fear of enduring any retribution. A magic so powerful that even its own master was helpless to contain it. So furious and unstoppable was this force. that its fire consumed the child who adored me, and the wife who loved me. They were swallowed by its flames and suffered dearly, all because of my selfish transgression. My eyes were affixed, and I was unable to turn away from the fiery horror, created with my own magic. I could only laugh then. Jenka sealed me away with my magic raging more violently with each passing minute. I've waited long for this, for the person who will bring my immense magical fury to its end. Now kill me, or I will kill you! So this is Balos. As you probably have guessed just from the music, this is a multi-form boss fight. And this is the first form, who's just like human-esque Balos. I wouldn't go so far as to say he's actually human. He's definitely probably undead. Or some sort of like demigod, something of that nature. Oh god, I wish I hadn't missed there. And again there! Okay, he's almost done. See, human Balos is relatively easy to take out. Once you do that, all of these kind of bat creatures sort of spawn. I'm going to use the life pot right now, because I'm going to need it. I know I am. This is the second form of Balos. What you want to do is you want to wait till he stops bouncing, get up onto his eye, and shoot the crap out of him. This is one instance. That's the spot that I was talking about you have to get up into and shoot with missiles. But because there is another form, spoilers, it's actually probably more worth it to hang on to it and try and use those missiles against him then. Obviously, the Spur is more than capable of doing all this damage. See, like, he's done. Spur and Nemesis combo is just, you know, easy enough. So he spawns all of these mini Baloses, and you have to try and shoot them enough times so that their eyes close. Ow. Jesus, I shouldn't have walked into him. But once you do that, and dodge all these skulls, by the way, while you're doing all this, because those skulls do too much damage, probably. I'll say too much, because really any amount of damage at this point of the game is too much damage, especially if you don't have the life pot left anymore. Good God, he's just on the wrong side every time. No, shit. Come on, where is he? There he is. Close your eye already. Fucking hell. No! I did it again. There we go. Alright, see, that whimsical star hit is what did that. Okay, there's an easy way to go about taking him out, and it involves getting hit by these spikes that are popping up out of the ground and flying up to his eye. I've been able to pull it off once and never again, so I'm gonna try as hard as I can to just... Ow! Fuck. To take out... There we go. I got up there. Boom. That was... Holy crap, I cannot believe that I actually took out Balos on the first try. Especially after the problems I was having in the failed recording, which I will link to at the end of this episode. I know I said it at the end of the last one, but it makes more sense here because it's mostly hell. So, there we go. Balos is done. The island has stopped falling. We are good. That Curly and I just... Oh, man. What? Oh, God. So painful. Shit. The walls are closing in. That sounds terrible. What are we gonna do? I don't like this. Help. Help us! Fuck you, you're getting ready to kill us. I mean, we killed you already. Balrog? Balrog! Oh my god, Balrog, what are you doing? You're gonna... What? Oh, Balrog, you tricky bitch. You saved our lives. Yeah. Thanks for that, Balrog. Misery? You did what Misery asked? I thought... Yeah, I was gonna say. Don't you guys hate us? Oh, Curse, that's right. You know, they said something about that. So, that's good to know that Misery sorta saved our asses. Oh, yeah. So there's that. We're just sort of flying away, so, what now? Somewhere calm with a nice view. Sounds nice. What is it? Aw, Balrog. Yeah, sure. You saved our lives. That's the least we can do. Roomies. That's awesome. Just go find a nice beach somewhere, maybe. So that's the end of the hard path of Cave Story. You, Curly, and Balrog all fly away. The island stays right where it is, and all's well that ends well. So now, these images, there are some of these that are a bit different. As you can see, obviously Balos and flying away on Balrog wouldn't have shown up on the easy path because they didn't happen. That's another image that's different. The Curly and quote side by side through hell. That one's the same, doesn't matter. But yeah, I'm gonna stop talking about the images now. And whew, I can't believe that I had such an easy time with that this time. I mean, good lord. Well, I mean, not counting all of those those just terrible, terrible jumps. But I don't know. I mean, there had to be a couple of those. There are a couple challenges that I still have to show you guys. One of them is going to give me an even harder time than the Bloodstained Sanctuary did. And that, depending on how long it takes, like, I still haven't beaten it, and I practiced it for at least, like, a total of 8 hours, probably. And it's... depending on how long it takes me to get through it, I might have to split it into 2 episodes. But, anyway, the challenges. One of them is just a speed run of the Sanctuary. Like, it starts you in somewhere, and you can choose your weapons, and whether... obviously, it'll give you the booster 2.0. But you can choose which weapons you go in with, and then you just gotta try and do it as fast as you can. A second mode is the Boss Rush, which is exactly what it sounds. It gives you the same weapons that you would have at that point, like normally in the game, and you can choose whether or not to take them at your discretion. I can't speak. I've done that once. It's not worth showing off. There are 2 of these challenges that I will be showing off, however, and those are 2 completely new levels, which is why I'll be showing them off. One of them is called the Wind Fortress, which I probably will upload first. And the second one, the one that I've been having far too much trouble with, is the Nemesis Challenge. They should be pretty amazing, but now that Cave Story's finished, I will officially finish, that is. I will definitely put up the first episode of Operation Slow and Steady, along with probably the Wind Fortress episode, whichever of those I get through first. So, I mean, that's really it. I don't know what else there is to say about this game. I've had a blast doing it. This has quickly become one of my favorite games. Thank all of you so much for watching. I know not a lot of people have heard of this, so anyone watching that's never played it was a bit of a risk because you didn't know what was coming. But I thank you for sticking it out with me. It's been a blast, like I said, and we've come so far. There's Misery. I don't think I ever saw that. That's pretty cool. Huh. That was pretty cool. I got distracted. Anyway, thank you very, very much for watching again, and I will see you guys in both the bonus material and my next project.